Buongiorno. Today we are going to make a wonderful Italiano dish. My friend Phil is going to be teaching us his version of dirty risotto. Okay, Phil, take it away.
This is a recipe that I got off of Food Network. It's a Giada de Laurentiis recipe, and it's wonderful exactly how she puts it out there. But I'm the guy that always tries to make it a little faster and a little less expensive, but without sacrificing the taste. So I'd like to show you my way of doing it today, and I know that you'll love it. Every time we serve it, everyone asks for seconds. It has never not been requested. So let me show you how to make it, and may you celebrate it with your friends and family.
So my question to you is, what happened to your Italian accent?
Italians lost the war. Oh. All right, let's get started. The first thing we have to do is warm up the broth that we use to make the risotto. So we're going to get that. Linda, why don't you chop up that red pepper? We need about a cup of, well, moderately chopped red peppers.
Okay.
You got it, boss.
Once this butter is melted, here in just another minute or so, we're going to add the meat. The original recipe, if you go online, it calls for 6 ounces of hot Italian sausage and 2 ounces of pancetta. The problem with that is pancetta is very, very expensive. So what I've done is I just use 8 ounces of the Italian sausage and just call that good.
I put together another recipe that's on my channel called squash casserole. I've got that ready to go, and I'm going to bake it. The timing should take about half an hour. This needs half an hour.
So we're browning the meat in the butter. You want the pieces of the sausage to be kind of small so that it will meld in and be a little piece in every bite.
Hey, Phil, there's something wrong with your spoon. It's got a hole in it.
Can I get a better one?
Yeah.
Actually, this is made to make risotto because we're going to stir this rather constantly here at some point, and allowing it to flow through makes it much easier to keep stirring. The broth is ready and the meat is brown, so we're going to start adding the vegetables and getting those melded into this before we add the rice. So let's go ahead and do that. Linda did an extraordinary job of chopping.
There, yes.
Okay, so we have the vegetables that are pretty much cooked down, just like we want them. They're melded in. They smell really good. We're going to add just a little bit of salt and pepper to it that I pre-measured. And then we're going to add the rice, and we're going to use that and coat this mixture and mix it all together.
This is so cool. I have never cooked rice like this before, where you add the water after you've already cooked the rice to some degree.
Well, yeah, it's a different method, and most people don't want to make risotto because they think it's really difficult. And while it's a little time-consuming, it is really very simple. This is a really simple dish. I think anybody could make this. So we've added the rice. It's part of the mixture. I'm now adding 3/4 cup of a dry white wine. And that's going to kind of start the cooking process. We're going to start letting that absorb into the rice. So the wine's all been absorbed by the rice, and it's time to start adding the broth in and actually cooking the risottos. We take about 1/2 cup at a time, and we add it into here. And then the fun begins, because for the next, about 20 minutes, you're going to need to stir this so that you develop the creaminess in the rice and we get it cooked properly. So we've been cooking this risotto and adding liquid to it for about 20 minutes, and we're down to our last scoopful. Let me put that in. And we're just going to continue doing this. The process slows down a little bit as the rice starts to absorb. You can see that the pot's a lot fuller than it was when we started. The rice is absorbing the liquid and kind of puffing up. So it's releasing its creaminess into the mix. And so what we're looking for is rice that is firm, what they call al dente, but not mushy. And you can kind of tell when it's getting creamy enough, the rice. I take 1 spoon and dip a little bit of rice. It's getting really close. You want to make sure that you're keeping things from crusting on the bottom. Melinda, why don't you get a spoon?
Okay.
You can use a clean one.
Oh, good. Thanks.
Out and see what you think about how the firmness. To me, it was getting pretty close.
Yeah, almost. Like 3 more minutes, maybe.
Okay. This is really a simple process. It's not hard to do. It sounds like it would be, but it's really not. If you can follow a recipe, and you will wow your family, and you will certainly wow any guests that you have. And what we're going to do to kind of finish this off, so we're pretty much done. We have the Melinda seal of approval on texture. So Melinda, why don't you add in the Parmesan, leave a little bit out, about a half a cup.
Good.
Good. This will give it a little saltiness, a lot of creaminess, and just a little tang.
Oh, wow.
You can see it's kind of getting gooey from the cheese. Mm-hmm. That's exactly what we want. That'll help it stick to your ribs when you're done eating it, and probably to your hips when you're done with that. And that is dirty risotto as altered by me.
Thank you, Phil. Thank you. That was great. Now we're going to put everything out on the table for dinner, and we are going to taste it with the rest of the meal. Can't wait. All right, here we are.
That's really good.
That is really good. Italian.
Thank you, Phil.
Salud.
Salud.